Hello everyone, today I have for you the iPhone SE second generation that was just released in 2020. I actually owned the first generation SE back in 2016, did an unboxing on that one as well. If you're interested, check out my channel. It's one of my most popular videos as well, so I figured why not do the same thing here. So right now what I'm showing you is exactly how it came in this cardboard box from Apple. I ordered it right from apple.com. And if you do order it straight from Apple, they do overnight ship it to you. So really fast delivery times. The one I have here is the black color. There are two other colors, white and also their product red color. Comes in 64, 128, and 256 gigabyte versions. I also chose to buy this carrier unlocked, so I can use this on any carrier network that I choose from, since I'll be upgrading from my previous phone. So once again, Apple is very easy to unbox. I don't even need to pull out my Swiss Army knife. I just needed to pull the tab here to take the shrink wrap off of the box. So just taking a look at the box design, I know some people care about that. Very simple box art here. Just says iPhone. The color of the Apple logo reflects what color your phone is. Doesn't even say anywhere that it's iPhone SE unless you read the fine print. Covering up, of course, my serial number. You can see on the back it shows exactly how much storage you have. This one I have is 64 gigabytes. So taking a look at what it comes with, first of all, you're greeted with, of course, the classic design by Apple in California. Here's the paperwork. The first thing you have, of course, is the quick start information pamphlet. And it was such a thick piece of paper that I thought there were multiple pages, but no, it's just that single page front and back. Now, not all of you will get this. This is a SIM card tray ejector. Because I bought this, of course, carrier unlocked, so I have this as well. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't get this if you have a carrier locked. And then you have some quick warning, warranty information at a glance. A small little card, very fine print. You can read it yourself if you want to pause this video, but I'm going to move on here. Lastly, you get the two white Apple stickers. They don't color code it with the kind of iPhone you have still. I think they only did that with the higher end Macs. But here you have it, still got the Apple stickers. Alright, so let's pull this tab here to take a look at this iPhone in the most pristine condition it will ever be. As you can see, it's very minimalistic. It doesn't even have iPhone on it anymore, just a simple Apple logo. Always super satisfying to hear the plastic come off your brand new phone. So this time around, all of the iPhone SE models have a black front, gone are the white front. So I personally like this move, so any color you choose will have a nice black front. You can take a look at how nice the glass back is here, because now it supports wireless charging. Still, unfortunately, have that camera bump, just like the iPhone 8. We'll be doing a comparison video in a latter of separate video if you guys are interested. You see the side has the SIM card tray and the power button, sleep wake button. Left side has the mute switch still and the volume controls. And on the bottom, gone is now the headphone jack from the previous SE. Just the same lightning port with the speaker grills on each side. Putting that to the side, let's see how generous Apple was in terms of accessories this time around. So we still got the very slow 5-watt power adapter here. It does support the faster quick charge in 20 minutes if you have the 18-watt charger. Unfortunately, you don't get that out of the box. And then you have the Apple AirPods with the lightning connection. No adapter here for those of you who still are driving the 3.5mm headphone jack. It's just a simple direct connection to the lightning. So you are missing that from previous transitional iPhones. And then underneath that, you still got the same 3.3 foot lightning cable. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and power through the setup process here. It's just like you would expect from an iPhone. Just need to power it on with the sleep wake button. It's going to ask you a few prompts to get this thing started. Of course, if you're importing from an earlier iPhone or even transferring from Android, it's really simple to start this up. Or you can set up brand new, of course, which is what I'm pretty much going to do right here. This is just showing you what it looks like for the latest iOS version, which is currently 13.5.1. So pick your language, pick your country. Then it's going to go ahead and ask you for your Wi-Fi network to get started. Next major step is just setting up Touch ID. You don't have to set it up now if you don't want to, but it's a very quick, simple process. This is the second generation of the Touch ID home button. And if you're going to use Touch ID, you got to set up a passcode as well. But after that, you can choose to set up as a new device or import from a previous backup. Right now, I'm just going to set up as a new one. go input my existing Apple ID, or you can create a new one at this point. And then this part, it takes a good solid minute or so. It's one of the longest part of this whole setup process, besides importing previous apps if you choose to do so. But afterwards, it's pretty much smooth sailing. It asks you for a couple setting related questions. You can of course choose to set them up later. So stuff like digital wallet, Siri, and also like your display options. You got that dark mode now. And you can choose the degree of vibration for your home button. And finally, welcome to the iPhone. Alright, so the real final step to setting up any kind of phone is of course inserting a SIM card. So I'm taking my old iPhone SE SIM card here, using that SIM card ejector. Go ahead and move it from my previous phone to my new iPhone SE. And by the way, I am planning to do a full comparison video in the near future. Definitely subscribe if you aren't already to see that. But once you got the physical SIM in your new iPhone, you see that it's going to search a little bit and then it's going to set up the networks. Pretty seamless. Now for those of you who did a little bit more research on this new iPhone SE, you would know that it has dual SIM card support. Now there's only one spot for a physical SIM card, so the only other way to insert another SIM card is using an eSIM, so an electronic SIM card, which you would have to scan your carrier's QR code or just enter some of the details manually, and you do so in the settings here. But if you want a more in-depth tutorial on that, just leave me a comment down below so I know if you guys are interested or not. And last thing I would have to say is you gotta protect your shiny new phone. And the good thing about this is it has the same form factor as the iPhone 8 as well as the iPhone 7. So all those cases will gladly fit on this one as well. Though if your case has a dedicated cutout for the Apple logo, the previous model's Apple logo is in a different location than the iPhone SE here. So it might not show as you had anticipated. But just know that if you're really in a bind and you have an old case lying around, that this definitely does fit. So that's it for this unboxing and setup video. Definitely stay tuned to my channel for further iPhone SE 2nd gen coverage, including comparison video between this one and the 1st gen SE, as well as the very similar form factor iPhone 8. See if it's worth upgrading from either of those phones. Thanks for watching, guys.